Tomorrow we'll be filling out our brackets, Mr. Lamb.
Yes, we will. Hello, everybody. The Jayhawks really didn't need to validate their regular season title, but they did so anyway. Number 1 Kansas captured its 10th Big 12 postseason championship in 20 years. Wayne Selden's uncle, there's Anthony, back at Sprint Center with a supersized Flavor Flav clock. That way his nephew would know the time. Jayhawks go up 24-17 on F3 by Selden. And West Virginia goes on an 11-3 run to tie it up at 24, and Mountaineers were up by 1 at the half. Boy, these KU guards are raising their game at just the right time. Little 3-on-1. Selden, Perry Ellis, 17 points for PE. Jayhawks pulling away. Devontae Graham firing away from 3. He made 5 out of 6 from beyond the arc. Tied a career high with 27 points. The Jayhawks win the Big 12 championship for the first time since 2013, 81-71.
I'm gonna get the business.
That's right. So the Big 12 championship is over. Now the Sporting Kansas City season is just beginning. Tech 9. How about him? Getting the Cauldron all fired up for the game against Vancouver. 5th minute, the Whitecaps with the gift to Tom Dwyer, and he cashes it in. Look at that. The first goal of the season from Children's Mercy Park was a missile. 41st minute, Chance Myers with the perfect touch. And there's Dwyer bagging his 2nd goal. Sporting Kansas City is 2-0 after a 2-1 victory.
It was a very good result.
All right, let's get back to hoops and high school state championship Saturday. Bishop Miege didn't win just 1, but 2 state titles today. The Miege boys facing perennial power McPherson in the Class 4A final. The Bullpups, well, they struggled against the Stags' size, specifically 6'11" sophomore Bull. 14 points, 4 block shots. The Stags beat the Bullpups 69-59, their first state title since 2010. The Miege girls completed another perfect 25-0 season. They polished off Paola 67-56 for their 60th straight win, their 3rd straight state championship. Miege has now won 19 state titles. Paola finished 22-3. Back to the boys, Shawnee Mission North and Wichita Southeast for the 6A crown. The twins, Marcus and Michael Weathers, combined to score 46 points for the Indians, 26 for Michael. Shawnee Mission North wins big 80-46. It's the Indians' first basketball state title in 63 years. 6A girls, Shawnee Mission Northwest couldn't catch up with Wichita South. The Cougars go down 36-30, but they had a great season. They were 22-3. Missouri Class 3 boys, the Barstow Knights trying to repeat. They're going up against Tolton out of Columbia. 10,000 fans there. Tolton led by 11. Michael Porter Jr., one of the best players in the nation, 31 points, 19 rebounds. Jariah Horn with 39 for Barstow. It comes down to this. 2.5 seconds left. Tolton by 2. Shea Rush at the line after missing the first, intentionally misses the second, gets his own board, but his shot to tie it bounces off, and Tolton wins it 62-60. A very tough ending there for the Knights. Dang. And number 1 ranked Lee Summit, the Tigers advanced to the Class 5 semis with a 63-44 win over Liberty North. They're 29-0. They'll play Kickapoo next week.
All right.
Thank you, Jason. We'll be right back.
Baseball is a kid's game, and the biggest baseball-loving kid in Kansas City is Salvador Perez.
You know, you won't find many more people, or if any people, having more fun than him on a baseball field.
On the field, in the dugout, on the dugout, or on the town, Perez is always engaging, always playing hard, with a great big smile on his face.
Yeah, I just want to make everybody, happy.
You know, he's never changed. I think that's one reason why everybody loves him. He's authentic. His happiness and his love, passion for the game is authentic.
He's fun to watch. People want to see him play. He's fun to be around. He has unbelievable talent, of course, but he has great charisma.
Perez really was just a kid when the Royals signed him out of Venezuela at the age of 16. Now here we are 9 years later. He's the ornery, joyful face of a rejuvenated franchise.
So he's a big kid, and like you say, people just gravitate towards him, and just love being around him.
Everyone who played baseball growing up remembers how much fun it was out there as a kid, and he still goes out there and has fun with it every day.
You know, it's a guy that's made himself into personally what I think is the best catcher in baseball.
That's the number 1 reason why Perez is so popular. The 3-time All-Star is regarded as the best young catcher in the game. His play on the field and his personality explain why he was the leading vote getter for much of the fan all-star voting.
You know, they're looking for guys that they can root for, guys that are fun to root for.
He's as popular around baseball, he's as popular around his teammates, as popular around the opposition.
Fox Sports Kansas City's Joel Goldberg knows this better than anyone.
I'll see him in the dugout. People don't see this, and he used to do this. Shh. Like, what am I going to do? Am I going to say, hey, he's coming?
You know, I'm ready to go. I'm excited.
Another question?
Put that camera down right now.
Okay, we'll go again and
Put
then
it.
we'll go in the back.
Put it down.
Perez also takes great satisfaction in pestering Lorenzo Cain. Why does he do that?
I'm really unsure. I don't know him. I don't know if he just picked me. I don't know. Maybe I just, bring something out of him.
He don't like to be around camera, so that's why I pick him.
Like I say, he just loved to pick on me, so it is what it is.
Most of all, Perez wants to please the fans.
I like to make some fans happy, because we don't know what they're doing to buy a ticket to come in to see us.
I love you.
The biggest kid in the Royals clubhouse has a son of his own. Salvador Jr. might be the only little guy who loves his dad more than Royals fans.
What a great pitch.
It's the last day of preschool, and Kurt Soper's home early to greet his daughter Ava. Kurt has always embraced life, even more so in the past year.
I ran my first ever 5K. A couple months after that, I actually hiked my very first 14er. I grew up in Colorado my entire life, but I never hiked a 14er before. So rowing, yoga, rock climbing. I tried rock climbing for the first time.
Soper did all of these things on one leg.
He's truly an inspiration. He's heroic.
Kurt was diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer back in 2011.
Of all the places to move, we have KU Med, Dr. Templeton, and Dr. Rosenthal. They are two of the top orthopedic oncologists in the country. He's had 6 extremely invasive surgeries. Each time, those are 6 times where we have been truly afraid for his life.
Ultimately, Kurt's left leg and half of his pelvis were amputated.
For me, I never wanted anyone to tell me, because you have one leg, well, you can't do X, Y, and Z anymore. So I really wanted to do more with one leg than I ever did before with 2 legs.
As you can see here, through it all, Kurt has managed to be positive.
My socks last twice as long. I get a great discount on shoes.
His next challenge, competing in the biking stage of the Kansas City Triathlon.
To try to do the whole thing on a hand cycle with your arms, you can imagine just how grueling it is.
The Sopers believe everything happens for a reason.
Life does not go as planned. It does not. Don't lean into the negativity of it and start living. We're living now.
Kurt Soper lost his leg, but he found his purpose.
What I want to do, truly what my hope is, my intention is to be able to turn such a negative experience like I've been through and use that as a positive experience and hopefully be able to help other people out by providing support and encouragement and inspiration and motivation to other people that are facing those similar challenges in their lives as well.